What's up, guys? It's your man Coriclips, and today we're here with another YouTube tutorial. I got my man James with the frames in the chair, and in today's video I will be showing you all how I do a high fade fuego fire. Anyways, on curly hair, I'll probably say more like on the three side. I was supposed to give you all the video yesterday, but some things came up, so we'll give you all what y'all want today. With that being said, let's get into it. Alright, as you guys can see, I have my 1.5 guard, and like I said, normally when it comes to the curly side, more towards the medium on the spectrum, I do a 1.5 closed. It's pretty much the same as a one guard all the way open, but like with me, I like to keep the hair a little bit dark, so when I'm doing my guidelines I can know exactly where I'm at. It's just easier for me. Like I said, it's really preference, but as you can see, I'm doing like a scooping out motion, just to make sure that I'm catching all the hair in the cutting blade. Alright, so in most cases when people start their fades or guidelines, for high fade, some people like to start higher up, but with me, I like to start about midway. That way, say if I was to mess up, I have room to work with. I think in this video is just mostly me balding it out. Like I said, I do half of the head. Future videos I will start doing, so you can see the whole thing. But I gotta start somewhere. But like I said, that way, like I said, if I do mess up, I have room to work with. I should make this a little shorter because ain't nobody want to just look at me balding up the head. And on this client, I did not use the forward shavers to bald it out. Like I said, it's good to know your client's skin because some clients can have sensitive skin. If you use forward shavers, it will not look the best, believe me. Okay, so for my first guideline, like I said, normally for my guidelines, I like to do it about 1 inch apart. Also, same concept, just to have room to work with. So for my technique, like I said, I push the lever about 2/3 of the way. Not all the way. I'll say it's just a little bit above the middle or the mid way. What's taking me so long? Oh, there we go. Alright, always brush your hair down. And as you see, I'm doing like a flicking out motion. Like I said, the more you figure out your motion that works for you, it becomes like muscle memory. So of course it's easier for me to do it and to say it, but like I said, the more you do it, you'll find the movement that works best for you. And in this video, I'm going over the same spot. But like I said, if you're beginning, don't be afraid to go over that same spot. Like me personally, like I said, I try to have like a perfect fade because it's my work, you know. But you want the same movement to be consistent. So as you can see, for that bottom line, by the end of this, y'all gonna be like, okay, I understand his steps now. Like I said, I close the lever all the way. And in this case, since I did about 1 inch of a space, I'm going up, I'll say not midway, but just a little bit under midway of that first guideline. Since I made the first guideline 1 inch, like I said, that's what I meant by I have room to work with. So when I'm fading, I won't have to try to cramp everything up, you know. Like say if you make half an inch versus 1 inch, you have less room to work with. Like you say, but as you can see, like I said, I think in this case I did go up about midway, and so for that middle line, as you can see, what I do is I go not it's like midway, but maybe just a little bit under midway, the lever placement, and I'm going to be using the corners of the blades. One thing that I was taught and I had to learn from experience as well is, say when you're trying to knock out guidelines, if you cut flat like how you're doing your guideline, then you're gonna make another line. But if you use the corner of your blade, then you're knocking out the line without creating a whole nother line. As you can see, I am cutting, like I said, I'm using the corners. You probably can't see it that good, but I am up. I'm a smooth dude. Maybe. It almost looks like I'm balding his head out. Yeah. Cutting hair is so therapeutic. I should do like a barber ASMR. Like, but then the clip is loud. Are you gonna hear? Yeah. Oh my goodness. So these aren't intrusive thoughts. Alright, as you can see, I have my one guard, and since I use the 1.5 close, what I do for my next guideline is I do my one guard closed. Like I said, depending on the darkness of the fade of what you're trying to do, I'll say the typical steps is, okay, lever all the way open for the first guideline, then your number one all the way open. Like I said, this, I'm not gonna say it's a cheat sheet. This is just the way I cut sometimes, because I like my fades to last, especially if I do enhancements. You can see that transition, like, and plus once the hair grows back, like, it's gonna be the fade is gonna, like, it's gonna naturally get darker. Like that first layer of hair is gonna, you're gonna notice it before the rest. Like I said, in this case, I did not use forward shavers. You can though, like I said. So all the forward shaver does is bald the hair, so the hair, it has more time before it grows back. Like I said, I don't use it on all my clients. I honestly don't like using the forward shavers all the time. It's off topic. But right here, I have my half guard. And same steps. Alright, so for that line under, I do all the way closed. But in this case, I don't go about midway. I'll probably say I go like a third of the way up, just to knock out that bottom line. And yes, I do cut flat. I don't cut at an angle yet, because it don't matter if I'm creating another guideline for that bottom line. But once I get to like the middle, that's when I want to start using my corner blades. I thought I wasn't gonna be congested for this video, but it seems like I lied. Alright, so for that middle line, like I said, same steps. I go about midway. In this case, I will go a little bit above, and I use the corner of my blades. Except like that first guideline, I was under, but this time I'm going to be above, because I want to keep it a little dark, and I can always work my way down. Like I said, I'm using the corner of the blade. It looks like I'm cutting flat, but believe me, the other side of that clipper is not touching his head. Or maybe it is, but it's not cutting, I should say. And as you can see, the line is coming out. And say after you done had that lever at a certain position and it's not cutting anymore, then all that means is you just have to push your lever down just a little bit. Sit down, yeah. Where's it close? I mean up. Yeah, sit down. Up. Because up is gonna close. You just push it up just a little bit. That way you can continue to cut the hair. Yeah, this man look like a bald head. Yeah, the other product is amazing. Now that I can guarantee you, I really can. Okay, so for the next guideline, that's the line I use with that 1.5 close. what you'll do, as you'll see, I'll have my one guard and I'll have the lever. Normally, like I said, I'll do 2/3 of the way because that's my step process. This is 2/3, 2/3, 2/3. But in this case, like for this tutorial, I'm just gonna show y'all for you beginners. So I have my lever all the way open, and it's kind of like I don't want to say debulking, but it's kind of like it's just evening. Oh man, evening. It's like evening, or is that even a word? I mean, it is, but I don't know. I'm just trying to even the hair out. Let's say that. And eventually, I will work my way down. Instead of going to like the 2/3 position, I think I do that last, which is normally you work your way down. Next, I do a little bit under the midway. So as you can see, you still see that prominent line right there. So like I said, since I did a one close under, you go like kind of midway, just a little bit under. I gotta manually do this. Yeah, we're gonna have some music in the background because, like I said, when I go silent, it's awkward. It's even awkward for me. I don't know what talking. But all I do, yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I stopped right here to showcase something. Then I came back. He's gone. He's back. In this case, I don't think I used the corner of the blade. Not yet. Because I'm trying to get that line out. Since it's, like I said, it's a one guard all the way open. So pretty much say if I have a one closed under and a one open above, then that middle line is going to be taken out with the middle guard. You guessed it. And so as you can still see a few dark spots, but that'll pretty much be like detail work. I feel like I'm aggressive on my client's head. Maybe I'm not. Maybe they scared to say something. Nah, I doubt it. Zone in. Yeah, guaranteed. Fade looks very light, but maybe just the camera angles that. Alright, so for the edge, like I said, I cut the hair down. You could go against the grain, but I go with the grain majority of the time. So I do 2/3 of the way open first, maybe just a little bit under, and like I said, I cut down. Man's about to have the pushback of his life, an amazing factor. And when I get towards like that, the bottom section, which you're about to see in a minute. So when I'm up, I start high because I still want to keep my edge dark. You know, I don't want to cut too much hair. But as you can see towards the bottom, like the curly ends, what I'll do is I'll close the guard all the way. And like I said, now I'm just cutting at the bottom. I'm not going up like I was at first. And this is to cut the hair that's curling up. So when I line it up, the hair is not, I don't want to say curl again, but then I can't say fold. Is hair fold up? I don't know. And like I said, in most cases, when I start my edges, I always start in the center. Can't forget the Elegance holding spray. Yeah, they need to sponsor me or something. I need to get a new face thing. Some people can do edges without holding spray, but I like holding spray because the hair is not moving when I'm lining it up, so I don't have to go over the edge multiple times. You do have some barbers, they just hit that joint like bam, like one time. I'm getting there. I guess it's probably like that. I'm trying to have a perfect cut, so I keep going over the edge. I'm congested. Woo! Do a cleanse. I'm congested. Woo! Alright. So like I said, me personally, I like to start in the middle of the edge. That's just what I like. But like I said, always do what's comfortable for you, and keep doing it and perfect it. Like, people gonna tell you to do it this way, do it that way. Like, nah, I'm gonna be the one to tell you, like, if it's working for you and you know you can perfect it, like, do that. Keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing wrong with learning new ways to try things. No, I'm not gonna knock that. When you get towards the corner of the head, it's always pretty weird. And this goes for anybody, because like I said, our head curves. So you'll realize you have to go up a little bit towards that corner part. Like I said, it's just pretty much like an illusion. But with his, I'm pretty sure, I started thinking I was the one cutting hair. I did get his on that first initial try attempt. I think it was just that corner edge I had to push up just a little bit to make it really straight. And like I said, since I cut it at an angle, or my view I'm looking at, I line, when it comes to the side of the edge, I do line it up. But when you look at the front, it is straight. It's just because I'm positioned at an awkward angle, and that's just what works for me. Like I said, do what works for you. Yeah, I had this man in the maze. He was like, "Dog, you ain't put the enhancements on yet?" I said, "No, sir. No, sir. No, sir." Coriclips is just good like that. No, but like I said, that's normally why I like to keep the edge dark, though. So say if your clients don't want enhancements and you damn near cut all their hair off up there, it's not gonna look the best. I need to work on that lighting, not lightning. I'm talking fast. Extremely fast. Alright. So this is exactly what he was talking about. That man had to look. He looked in the mirror a couple times. I'm like, yeah, it's that fire. It's that flame. But on him, I do use enhancements. And like I said, when you use those clips, be careful because you don't want to push the hair back too far. So the enhancements always uses 245. Yeah, I need to hit them up too. I should have a talk with them. I'm gonna create Graveyard 46. And hopefully 245 is a pretty good enhancement, though I like it. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes them packages do be kind of, maybe it just be from the people. But when you're using your enhancements, like I said, I accidentally sprayed it a little too heavy, but it still came out good. I try to do it light. You see, look right there. So you'll see what I did to, I won't necessarily say fix it because it wasn't really a mess up. I just sprayed too much. Wait till I get that new camera. Y'all finna see the whole view. The whole 9 or maybe 10. Okay, so look. What I do is I'll spray. If I ever do this where I spray you too heavy by accident, I'm not heavy-handed, but what I'll do is like I'll spray lightly just to darken that area a little bit more close to the edge, because you don't want it to just be like too dark by the edge, and then it's just like a little patch of enhancement, and then the rest is like I said, it's rare that I do this, but in this case I did push down too hard by accident. So as you can see, I had to, what's the word, adjust. Yeah, I don't know. We're increasing the vocab though. And I do use a razor. Future videos I will be showing y'all like just videos on like edges and everything. It's a lot more that plays into it, like the head shape, curvature of the forehead, or like that curvature, the curve, geometry, trigonometry, physics. Oh boy, know what time it is. say, y'all, I surprise myself every time. I really do. Just look at that. Look at that. Like I said, the fade it did look a little light, but that was just the light. Alright, as y'all can see, the fade is amazing, man. I surprise myself every time. I cannot lie to you. Just look at it. Oh my god. What you're looking at is a work of art. I don't know how to I don't know how it goes. Just look at that. Oh my goodness. Man. Y'all, I love what I do, to be honest. I really do. But I hope this video was very informative for y'all. And as I always say, Coriclips, are you in good hands?